Hello, I'm going to show you a little bit about how to interact with the blog that goes with my new ebook, Ethan Russell, An American Story. The blog is called allamericanstories.com, and you can get to it by entering it in Google, of course, or directly into the address bar. And then it will arrive looking something like this. The actual URL is ethanrussell.com/American Story. It says, as you can see, the companion blog to the ebook. It's an interesting concept, not done before, to my knowledge. The intent is when you're reading the book, it links out to a large number of these blogs. You wouldn't necessarily come to a large number of the posts on this blog. You wouldn't necessarily come to the front page. More likely, you would come to something in the interior, such as, for example, Team of Rivals. I'm talking about Abraham Lincoln, Truman McCullough, Hiroshima, William Manchester, or Mick Jagger's Arrest, Butterfly on the Wheel. All of these are things that are part of the scope of the book, which is 1943 to 2012. So I'm going to walk you through the interface here. This takes you home. This banner cycles through, gives you a sense of the scope, what some other people have said about it. These generally link out to something in the interior of the blog. Then there's a Twitter stream coming from me. There's 5 tips, tricks, and videos, which this will be part of when I've completed it. You can go into this space here, see the cover of the book, the cover of the blog. It kind of makes that clear in a visual way. The examining the blog is in fact what we're recording right now. Here's an introduction to the book and examining the book and the interaction of the blog with video. This talks about the navigation on the iPad, a specific way to swipe the iPad so you can go back and forth in iBooks to the blog and back. Then there are going to be front page overview, registering to post, and posting an article, all of which I'll be doing in the next couple of days. About is about American Story and about me. This tells you a bit. You can buy from the iBookstore, from Amazon.com if you haven't already done so. In other words, if you've come to the blog on the web, if you've linking out of the book, obviously you already have it. Featured posts. A big part of this for me, honestly, is to feature the posts of other people talking about the same period of time. This is the currently featured post about Casey Matson. An interesting story. I recommend you come see it. This is Your Story is the section where these kind of posts are kept, where you would add your own. Singer-songwriter, playlist. It's going to grow to be a big section in the blog, I think, because everybody's got their soundtrack. Generations, because this is very much a generational story. It's very populated during the areas where I was most active in music. But Casey Matson appears again. Download Let It Be. The Beatles release Revolver. Peter, Paul, and Mary Blowing in the Wind. This is Stanley Booth, who wrote arguably the best book on the Rolling Stones, toured a 1969 tour. He's in a couple of my books as well. You start to get the ideas. Now you can purchase Stanley's book directly from inside the blog. Most of the materials that are referred to are linked for purchase. Now, if you want to register and post, I'm going to dedicate another video entirely to that, which you'll be able to receive here. But first you need to register, and then once registered, you create your post. Culture and next, I'm just going to call up next because for those of you that are familiar with my work, well, that's my great-grandmother, 1917, who was a suffragette. So it's an American story, and she's part of it. So I'm going to leave you with this tiny bit. Click up here, you go home, and search. So let's search on Bob Dylan, let's say. Search is a very powerful part of this, is what I would use. Bob Dylan, Highway 61, Bob Dylan, Like a Rolling Stone, Bob Dylan, Talking John Birch Blues. They're all, these are all posts that are from YouTube publicly available on the web. The link policy of this site is not to infringe any copyright. My site stays intact. I link to things on the web that are alive. If they get taken down, then I attempt to find something else to replace them. There's noteworthy links and blogs. I think you get the idea. Okay, thank you very much for watching.